Have you ever wanted a build that could 1v1 any champion in League of Legends as Briar? Well, that sucks. I don't have that, but I do have Bork Kraken. What's the point, right? Kraken just got super buffed. It's OP. Bork also got a 1% buff on the on-hit, and the cool thing about it is from 100% health to 51, you have Bork doing max damage, and then 50% to 0, you have Kraken doing all the damage. So when do you fall off? You don't, but you aren't tanky. Until third item. So enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. Alright, now that we're in game, let's bring it home. We have Kraken into Bork, or Bork into Kraken. Both, after checking the stats, were actually very good. So do which one you prefer, but I think Bork has a 1-item power spike. For 1v1 is definitely better. I'm not too sold on which one clears faster, but by the time that you hit 1 item, you're likely clearing like super fast anyway. It's pretty marginal, I would say. So we're going to hit Bork, I'm thinking. Now, when I see a Kali with Ignite versus Jace, or just like any two top laners that seem like they're ready to scrap just a little bit, right? They're actually both scalers, but because of that, they're like, okay, well, if I snowball, it's time to go. When I see that, and their health going down, that means 3 camp to topside. So instead of doing Raptors, Krugs to red, and then downwards, I'm going to do all the camps upwards to, you know, leave myself in this spot where the moment that, by the way, bot cap, the moment that I am clearing my third camp, I am as close to topside as I possibly can. And then I try and watch my minimap to see if Jace ever uses his ward. Doesn't seem like he has, so we are in here for free. Nice, that's good. He's going to try and hammer form, E me away. He could have tried to flash, we would likely have just chased him down. We do have an Ignite laner here, so really quick, you're going to push this wave in, because he's going to TP back immediately. 3, 2, 1, there you go. And that's basically TP advantage, completely neutralized, pretty simply. Yeah, I don't really know how to, like, teach, like, how to path like that. It's kind of just a lot of game experience where I'm like, I've just seen this happen a million times. On top of the fact that it's reinforced by the moment that I clear my Raptors, I make my decision. Where my decision was, I just saw that their health was low by the time I cleared Raptors. And with 2 scaling laners, if they're trading so aggressively that either one of them has low health, that's a pretty good sign for you. Now I'm going to come down bot side, just make sure that my blue buff is there. Ivern can actually just walk in, mark, and steal your camp, so that would suck. Their Maokai did just get the Scryer. Now that Scryer is going to tell them that I haven't done blue and that I'm bot side. And he's likely going to just stand on this crab, and they're actually going to try and kill me here. So I'm just going to completely walk away from that. And hope for the best. So you'll see, I'm even killing this outside of the pit, just leaving no room for error. If you do Raptor start right, you already know your Raptor spawn at around 4 minutes. So we're here just in time. And we have this Scryer that also spawns at around like 3 minutes. So I can check topside, see what Ivern's up to. So Ivern is in fact bot right now, so you know for a fact he was in that bush. And that's good jungling right there. Now if you did Raptors Krugs, you would have to remember that, well rather, if you did Raptors Krugs, you would know that your Krugs are coming up ASAP. But because I did red buff, right, there's going to be a desync. Use that time to get the crab. Now he unfortunately does still get that gank. He was down there for at least a full minute, so I mean, let's be real, man. That's not as good for Ivern as it seems. It is cool to get a kill, but the tempo that you lose being bot side for a full minute's pretty bad. Now, I have 2 stacks of sweeper here, so I'm actually going to sweep the gank, right? Set myself up. I'm going to step down here. I know there's a Scryer always down here, too, at around 3 minutes. We're going to see if Ivern paths back up. So he should be here. Nice. Now, you don't want to fight him here because you don't know where Jace is, right? So because of that, I'm going to walk around just a little bit. We're going to check this here. I'm going to go pretty aggressive here. Go flash for flash. I'm completely okay with going flash for flash because the wave state that this Yasuo was in was super bad for him. And if you can go flash for flash with a laner, well, first things first, I have Cosmic Insight, right? So stuff like that doesn't make me mad. But on top of the fact that, you know, that's Xerath versus Yasuo. If Xerath messes around, he insta-dies to Yasuo. We're going to see. Does he have win wall? Oh, he lives. Nice. Good. Either way, right, my flash is on a 4-minute cooldown, Xerath's on 5, and again, laners always have to deal with flash being on cooldown more than junglers, right? The moment my flash is on cooldown, I'm going to take a 2-minute full clear. I will talk to you guys later. And then if you get like a good gank following that, it's like, okay, so now life is good. We just got a free fight. My flash gets to come all the way up, and you had to lane the whole time without it under very scared terms of getting ganked. That didn't look the greatest, I'll say, but he is up level 6 to level 4. I'm just going to start this ASAP. We know that Ivern's here, but if I get the last hit on Dragon, I get level 6, and then I just actually ult the first target. Again, we know Ivern's here. Just kidding. He actually is doing a cheese path. He's trying to look for a topside invade. I mean, okay, we'll do this. This is pretty bad for the dragon if it resets. Hopefully it doesn't, but seems like it likely will. And I just wasted a lot of time. Now, actually, because that just happened, I have to go to my top side here. If you do dragon again and you give up your whole top side, then you're in this weird spot where you need to get his bot side to trade. And if you can't get his bot side to trade, then GG. He's going to go so far ahead of you, it's insane. And he actually marked this camp, which means that he lost health to even do that. Now he smited this, you can tell because it's instantly gone. And now he's not here, so he's probably here. Nice. So, I mean, we're just tracking this guy perfectly right now. He did get my red buff, but he lost a support for it. I mean, if they can play to here, this could be good. Seems like they're not taking the runaway route. They're more so enamored in the 1v1 route. It doesn't seem like there's much of a kill here. I'm going to try and get this. Hopefully Ivern isn't walking in this bush. Just ruins my day here. Okay. Now, he couldn't have smited that, but I didn't want him to start looking for me there. I know, like, that looks a little troll, and it kind of is, but it's like, rather be safe than sorry. I don't know what his plan was. Didn't want to find out either. He effectively had no way to steal that, but even then, I'm like, hey, man, I'm doing my thing. Nope. And again, this is big for you guys. Don't let your laners facilitate jungle to you. Don't do it. Do not do it. I can't tell you guys enough. Stop listening to these laners, man. You guys get so frustrated at these laners, and you think that they like matter to your game plan a lot more than what they do, man. Like, really, what has a laner dictated to me this game? Nothing. I'm just playing my game, like they're just playing theirs. And sure, in a perfect world, we work together. Things can be a little bit easier, but look, man, if they're going to work together, it'll most likely just happen naturally more times than not. And that's it, you know? I don't really have to force this guy to not walk topside right now. Like in a perfect world, my mid laner sees that I'm on bot side, and he knows that I'm going for Dragon, especially after I do the spot gank with Blitzcrank. But he doesn't care, man. He's playing his own game. He does not care what I'm doing for a second. Now, Maokai's likely to come over here and ward like this. And then we're very likely to get Ivern Maokai again. So, again, I'm just going to walk away. Oh my god, Logan jungle, what do I do? What do I do, dude? They're just... I can never get my team to walk to dragons. Walk away from it, bro. I'm chilling. I am very much so chilling. I'm gonna stop watching top. Smart player. And look, did I say anything? Did I do anything? Nope. And it's like, sure, not every time will it work out so effortless that people just realize that they're making a mistake. But a lot of the time, you guys are pouncing on these people for making mistakes or mistakes in your own head before they were even given the chance to like be like, damn, I messed up. Just 4 bot right now. I'm going to use Smite here just on the odds, the rare chance that I'm able to find a camp over here. These all should be down, but... Oh, his Grump's actually spawning. That's pretty good timing. He likely goes to Dragon, yeah. I mean, if Yasuo was able to deny him, that could be pretty chill. I've been denied that dragon twice. Nice, that actually stops him. Now, he might be doing the thing I did, right? Where I left the dragon, I went to my top side. He's probably doing the thing, except I'm a little bit quicker on this invade. Huge. And we are gone. Now I can actually threaten this dive. We do not have to do that. We never had to do that. In no world did we ever have to do that, but do you think, bro? I've seen it all. Alright, Kraken second. Bring it home. I got a pretty decent recall. 11-minute Bork isn't that good, but it's not bad. Definitely would like to get more fed, but you're not going to drop 30 kills every game, okay? Sometimes you just got to fall back on the farm and make it work. Huge. Send ulti and pray. Oh, no shutdown, but it's good. Q, W, auto, auto W2. A little off with the exact damage there. Don't want to tell Ivern for sure that I'm going to dragon, so I'm going to take some weird movement on that ward and then realize that there's another ward right here, so it is what it is, and he would know. But it looks like he's going to go for his topside camps here. Only thing I don't want him to do is go to my topside. So let's do this pretty quickly, and we're going to run straight back to there. Good. Ooh, that's a hit. Love what I'm seeing there. He might have flash, so I'm going to buffer W2 early. I mean, really good. Nice. And one of the coolest things about this game is when stuff like that happens, where, like, I was just 2-0 in this game, farming well, right? But then, randomly, the ball gets put into your hands, right? Where it's like, we were just taking a pretty chill game, right? Deep breath, chilling out, and then we get a kill into dragon, into another kill, and the kill's on their jungler. That's going to put me really far ahead. Especially with a high damage build like this, I'm going to clear so much faster, right? Ivern always has to wait his time between camps. That's benefit for you. One of the timeless classic ways to beat Ivern is that the fact that you actually just clear faster than by default if you're clearing well. And you're seeing it now ×2. Yeah, no, one thing I've been trying to do with these videos is put more of me in them. Where, if you've joined my stream, sometimes, right, like we're higher energy or whatever we are. And some people are like, wow, streamer Logan and YouTuber Logan are completely different people. It's because, streamer Logan is less straight analytical, and he's having more, smiling fun. A little bit more human, if you will. Gotta eat this WQ, it is what it is. I think I can kill this guy with Bork, though. Yeah, lethal tempo's scaling out of its rear, though. Get the wave in so Yasuo can dive. Shoot a random one just for vision. Nice. Nice. See Ivern right here, he needs to run. Let me have a kill, if only I could. How am I supposed to not get fed there? Hit E? Come on. Not happening. But yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to get away from, just being the Briar guy in the way of, chill, bro. Don't even do this to me, thanks. Where, I have to just be teaching League of Legends and that's it. Nah, man. I would rather just be a content creator first. So yeah, look for more Logan in these videos. So yeah, who am I? I don't know too much, man. I think I'm just a guy that's trying to do something positive in this world, bro. Not super profound, but I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of negativity in this world. I've had my own fair share of negativity, much like you have. You probably have had a tire popped or, something like that, where, man, those days are pretty rough. Yeah, and I don't know, man. You sit down, you watch the video, you have some fun, you chill with me. That's kind of it. I didn't really know where I wanted to go with this build, so I will say, Bork is cool, right? Because you have the when you're full health, I deal more damage, and when you're low health, I do more damage, right? So it's like, is this not the new mathematically correct, by the way? But then I was like, do I pivot more damage? Although you're on 2 items with no crit, so you don't want to go crit. You have no lethality, so you're high damage, no crit or lethality. You know what this makes us? On hit. It's an on hit build, which means that stuff like Black Cleaver works pretty well. But you can always see on hit things right here. Right, so here's every on hit item in the game. We don't need to rift that because Ziggs will W it. Bad rift, but I'm going to need it because they're going to put me under turret here. So I'm going to kill this guy and then I'll hop in the whip to drop the next turret shot. And you can only really look for this because enemy team is making their own play. Right, so you're not under like insane punishment right now. You have 40 seconds until oh, excuse me. Hey, sorry, man. Appreciate you, bro. I do want this wave to be in. Not gonna lie to you. Alright, I don't need that. I think their bot lane's actually rotating to me, so I'm actually gonna run away from the river this time. Yep, there's Maokai. Get some blue smite going. Give me that good movement speed. So yeah, you get to see your on-hit items do your thing. Right, so Titanic, Black Cleaver, certainly good items here. But that's the thing, like you go Titanic, Black Cleaver into Bork, into Kraken, but I don't know, that's definitely like not as good early game 1v1, which definitely feels like the strong part of this build is you're building Bork, the best 1v1 item in the game, I'd say, into Kraken, right, icing on the cake there. Seeing an angle into this guy, I think that's my plan. Nice. I think I might be tanky enough to cook this up. Oh, not for the Xerath, though. I'm dead to 2 of his spells. Pray for me. 1, 2. W my Q or something. Type shit I'm on. Nice. So that is second dragon. We've definitely done pretty well. We got Rift Herald Grubs, double dragon, and we're 9-0. We're kind of holding it down. Our bot lane 6-6, mid 2-1, top lane 5-4, but we're up about 70 farm, just kind of hard carrying. And right there, I like to bring light to stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm super fed, but it is important to know that, like, Ivern could have kited me more had I not had as much damage in the slow from Blade of the Rune King. So a lot of the times I feel like you guys don't realize that, like, the components that you have and the things in your inventory, more than just completed items, or you know, an item with another, can make or break like the situations that you have in a game, right? So what I'm saying is, if I have more, or let's say for example, I'll give you an example. If I had all of these components instead of Tiamat Tunneler, I would do more damage, right? That's not crazy. I'm building more damage. But what if in a world you get a kill that you wouldn't have gotten off of one combo and you couldn't go for the second combo in early game? That would mean that you building that item was the difference. And sometimes it's hard for people to see that. Like, hey, wow, me having these components to this damage item is the reason I was able to get fed in the first place. And that's the point I'm trying to make about Bork, and why a lot of you guys might like Bork, is because you might not realize that it's like actually giving you good early games, and those good early games are what allow you to play good mid games and, you know, not fall off and so on. Does that make sense? Whereas, like, if you just build tanky every game, like, you can always play the tank playstyle, but you're not always able to play the, like, I punish this guy really hard for stepping up. Oh, I'm cooked. And then sometimes you don't have Titanic and life sucks. Just kidding, I'm alright. Just kidding, I'm not alright. I wasn't in range to Q the ward. I was actually thinking most about smiting the Krugs for the big heal. Not gonna lie, this guy's super fed, so I might need to lock on this guy. Now, I will say, this is where, like, a lot of you may mess up with your itemization, is, like, sometimes you guys over-decide, like, what you're gonna build before the game happens, and I would say, like, please chill with that, right? Like, I built Black Cleaver here over Titanic because I wanted the ability haste. That's it, right? And that's what I felt like I wanted in that moment. And to be honest, the ability haste kind of worked for me. I'm the one that flubbed that. But like right there, right? Tenacity would have played a big part in this. And slight point, you know, the extra magic resist feels pretty good. You only buy your boots for the actual passive, either tenacity or reducing damage from attacks. That's like the main way to see boots. But definitely, you know, when you die like a fair death, not like I walked into 5 of them and insta died, right? When you die a fair fight death, that's the time to really think about your next item or what you want to build or what you want out of your build, more than just deciding something beforehand. If you can handle it, of course. If you're someone that just builds the same build every game, that's fine, right? As you have the capacity to do so, that's when you do it. Wow, he got it by 6. I'm not gonna lie, this is going to be a pretty good game to see if this build can hard carry, because my team's playing pretty bad. Like, with love, they're kind of just throwing for fun. I do always get it and understand, and I feel like you guys need to come to terms with it too. Like, when teams are trolling like this, right, it happens to all of us. We all have been in a game like this where, like, your team starts trolling your head, they start trolling. Everything is what it is. And that stuff does suck. Ooh, I think I'm doing alright here. Don't need a W just yet. I have a TP coming in. It's just Jace, but we do get kited here if we don't do this correctly. Nice. A lot of you would have sent that W. I know you. I know you. I know you would have sent W there. But yeah, what were we talking about? I don't know. Oh yeah, when your team starts trolling like this, just do your best to get them on the same page. You can only control yourself, bro. Just see if you can get them on the same page. So like right here, I'm just going to try and get them on the same page. I'm going to keep pinging back. And I'm actually going to walk back. This is where a lot of us mess up. Where we ping back, but then we don't go back. Now, Ivern... Yeah, it was 4v1. I shouldn't type shit like that, but I feel okay with it. Nice. I was going to say, I feel pretty good about getting this smite this time because, right, I did Q auto smite, and the Otacon's health went to 1206, bro. My smite was 1200. So, I got unlucky by 6 damage there. So the odds of me doing this dragon getting outsmited again is super rare, right? Like, come on, gambler's fallacy. If I lost the 50-50 last time, that means I have to win it this time. Let's see. I think I'm rocking with Titanic here. I feel like I want some beef right now. I don't think you need it. Like, you could... If you're a demon, you might have gone, like... Swifties into Wit's End for Tenacity and MR, and then something else. You might have done that, but... you know, Ginsu's isn't the worst. You know... If you think that you're snowballing hard enough to go Ginsu's, it is a very good and potent Briar item. Oftentimes... you will not need that much damage. Unless you're just trying to go machine gun Briar, where that's the point of the build. But, here I think going, like... I think going Titanic here, and then if you want to pivot into more damage, that'd be fine. But right now, when you're fighting Fed versus Fed, you do have to kind of respect enemy a little bit. Now, Baron's up in 20 seconds, so I'm going to make my way up there. You know Logan Jungle got agreed a little bit. Jace is mad that he got ganked. Look, man, you played Jace, and you stepped up level 3. You are playing a scaling champ. Ooh, what about a red buff, though? Oh, it's warded, though. So, like, right here, the only thing that's dissuading me from going for this red buff was that ward right there. Now, Maokai just placed another ward, so that ward actually went away. So you could launch the timing now. I'm just going to tank this. I'm not too worried about it. I was about to say, if Blitzcrank doesn't let it be known that we aren't on the Baron, then they will just simply not walk in. And then they walked in anyway, which is like, okay, do I know anything? I got him, don't you worry, team. I got him, don't you worry, team. Good job. That's those support in jungle. Always on 3v5, if you have like any semblance of health on your team, you can just do stuff like this. Again, Xerath is trying to hurt us a little bit. That's okay. We're playing Briar. We're just fine. Need 1,200 Gs. Oh my god. I will say, like, if you're trying to get better at not losing games like this, you really have to, like, iron out your mistakes. Because, again, I'm trying to keep my team from making mistakes with my pings, but also they're still making a ton of mistakes. And that's okay, bro. You gotta focus on your journey. I hate when I see you guys, like, type a lot about your teams. I don't care about... I'm not invested in what your teams are doing as a Kali top. I'm invested in you as a Briar player. And just showing you what I do to get wins. And that's it. Right? I don't care what they're doing. Stop telling me what your team is doing or not doing. Tell me what you're doing. What did you do because of this? What did you do because of that? Or what didn't you do because you didn't have X or Y? That's what I want to hear. Like, tough love. I mess with y'all heavy. But I promise you, I do not care what your team is doing or not doing. Because we're all dealing with the same stuff. Just some of us lock it in, man. With love. That's tough love right there. But yeah, let's check my numbers right now. 3K, 1,700, and then Bork Black Cleaver, Titanic Black Cleaver, Kraken Black Cleaver. Like, come on, man. We're talking right now. But yeah, so only worry about your mistakes. I'll say, like, if you guys want free coaching, I'll just give you the words or the things I'd look at for coaching. It'd be your first 4 deaths. Oh my god, you're cooked. It would be your first 4 deaths. Would be the only thing I'd look at, and then I'd turn off the VOD review. Those are the only things that matter. So right here, my 1 death. That's my 1 death, bro. I have to own that. It is what it is. Okay. He's gonna run all the way down, I know it. Good flash. Oh my god. I'm cooking, bro. And I'm waiting for someone to be like, oh, that was Shirley and low elo. Oh, my smurfing streamer. Yes, let me move this real quick. I mean, perfectly well played team. Good stuff. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed a little bit more of Logan Jungle that's hitting these videos. Oh my god, wait. You just did that in high low? 22k damage. Not the most, obviously, Xerath. I mean, he was poking, and he was actually really strong. He's on 3 items when I hit 4, and I had 14 kills, so that guy was farmed. You can still tank huge, by the way. We went up 6k gold. Lethal tempo, like, we only got the attack speed from our hits, because how many people were living through 7 autos? Even last stand, I took it because I was like, well, surely they'll do some damage on entrance, and then I slide in and do whatever I want. So yeah, I appreciate your guys' time. We're chilling. We're a team here. I appreciate your guys' time. I really do. Where would I put this build? I would put this build, like, definitely top 7 for sure. Like, for sure, top 7. Maybe for sure top 5. I think that this is definitely one of those builds where, like, you guys need to be doing something like this, where it's like, flashbang, I'm sorry for my nighttime viewers. Let me help you out. Again, this is like part of more Logan Jungle in your life, right? Because we're a team here. Join the Discord. We're a community. Get it together. We're like, again, man, you could... The end result of this build is something like this plus GA or whatever you need in this game. Okay. Likely GA. But, like, when would you go it? Okay. You need Bork first for 1v1 snowball. Okay. You need Titanic here if you need tankiness. You wouldn't go Black Cleaver first, just slash that out, but this could be slotted anywhere 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It's fine. And then you have Kraken. Now, a lot of people are talking about, like, hey, when would you go Kraken over Bork? That one's still in a weird spot. It's tough to tell what is Kraken doing better or different than Bork. I think the easiest way that I can explain it to you guys is it does more damage to things than Bork. Like, that's just what it does. It just does more damage. Bork will always start higher and then slow down, right? And Kraken is slow and gets higher, right? That's kind of, I would say, like, if you were to say, like, this is player preference on what you would do, I would agree to a point. I will say the biggest things that you should think about, because I would say that they're both just the 1v1 snowball item, okay? I would say in pure champion 1v1, Bork wins. But I will say, in terms of having high skirmish and high farm, I think that Kraken's actually better. Because of the move speed, you get 4% move speed, and you get more attack speed, right? It should be 20% or something. 25 to 15, or so 15% in 5 AD, right? So 15% AS, 5 AD. So, like, you do flat out have more stats than Bork, but where Bork can start trading the damage is if Bork's on hit percent is cooking the objective. Like Bork probably, and I haven't tested this, but just off pretty simple assumptions, I would say Bork probably solos a dragon faster. That's not crazy. It has 6,000 health. But in terms of, like, random slamming camps, running to a gank, running to a 1v1, Kraken definitely is like a little bit above the curve in that. So hopefully that made sense to you. Overall, this build is cool. And just to bring this back up, if you didn't watch a previous video where I showed my damage sims, right? Here's what happens if you go double damage item. Like, don't be surprised by any of this, right? This has a bruiser item, bruiser, right? And this is a 2-item combo that doesn't start with tank stats. You try and circumvent the tank stats by not putting yourself in team fights and leaving yourself in situations that Bork healing is enough tankiness because you gain health to have this end slot where on 2 items you're doing 400 damage minimum over every other 2-item slot, right? And look, I mean, Titanic Blood Cleaver, it's doing 1,000 more damage on the same WQ combo. 1,000 damage. But you're not tanky. So don't jump into fights first, and don't put yourself in team fights too early. You want to play the map differently on a high damage build. So there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoy the yap. Thank you for watching. Another video tomorrow. I don't know. No, there will be. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.